Let's create a small job. First of all, we need to add some walls. And you do that by clicking on the Add Wall button, and you'll notice that the cursor changes into an arrow. On the workspace, just insert anywhere and drag across the workspace. And you will get a Add Wall dialog box that appears, and I'm going to bring that into view. The length of the wall, in this case, I want a wall that's 88 3/4 inches long. You can also adjust the height of the wall. You can put in an angle. You can put it in any location. But in this case, let's just put in the wall length and click OK. Now, if you wanted to add more walls to create a floor plan, you can do that. Just click on Add Wall again, find the insertion place, and let's say I want 23.5 inches. And I'm going to do that to the other side. And let's say a couple of small return walls, 12 inches and 12 inches. And there you have it. Pretty quick to make a floor plan. Now I want to select the back wall, and I just click on it and it will go dark gray. And then anywhere in the white workspace, if I double click on that, I'll get an elevation view of that wall. Now I want to add a unit to this, so I'm going to go to my library, and under my regular hang I'm going to start with a double hang. So I'm going to go to double hang. I can click on that to get a picture or a view of what it's going to look like. Again, my cursor will turn to an arrow. Find the insertion point, click and drag across. Now you'll notice in the bottom right hand corner you can actually see the length or width of this unit as I drag it across. And so I could find the width and just let go, or I can just let go now, and in the Add Unit dialog box I can just change it there. What I recommend is, in your rough SketchUp of the floor plan, is to actually work out what your shelf length will be for each of these units before you start to design it. This will just save a lot of time. So I know that my double hang unit, I want the shelving to be 32.25 inches wide. Now because my next unit is going to be a tower that has longer gables than my double hang, I don't want my right hand gable to appear on my double hang. So I'm gonna make just the unit with a left hand gable. And so if I want 32.25, I have to add 3/4 of an inch, so that will give me an overall width of 33. So I'm going to put that in, and where it says right side, that's my right side gable, I could click on the 3/4 and just put 0 in there, or a little bit faster way is just double click right on the name right side and it zeroes it out. Now I press OK, and you'll notice that I have a left gable, and then I have 2 fixed shelves for this double hang section. Now I'm going to collapse my library just for ease of navigation, and I'm going to go to my regular tower with a large kick and click on that. I'm going to want a 4 medium drawer, so I look for tower 4 medium drawer. I can click on that picture, and then I can see what that's going to look like. Again, my cursor turns into an arrow. Find the insertion point and drag across. Now I want my tower to be 24 inches wide, but it's going to need both my left and my right gables. So I'm going to put in there 24 plus 3/4 plus 3/4, which is an overall width of 25.5. So let's put that in and press OK. And I'll collapse that and just scroll back up to my regular hang, because the last unit that I want to put in is a long hang unit. And again, I can click on that to get an idea of what that's going to look like, and then find my insertion point. Now if I went right next to this tower and put in my unit, it would give me my left gable, but because we use single gable system, I'm going to overlap, and this is just a little trick. If you overlap it just a little bit into that tower and then click and drag across, and this one I want to be 29-inch shelf length, so I'm going to need 1 gable, which is my right gable, so I'll need 29.75 of an inch overall length or overall width. And if you notice, my left side is already zeroed out, so that worked out really good. And let's put in that and just say OK. Now at the top you'll notice that it gives the overall length plus a 1/2 inch, and that 1/2 inch is the clearance. We do recommend, if you're putting units in between two end walls, to allow a 1/2 inch. Walls are usually not straight, and if you make it too tight you may have troubles trying to install it, so give yourself a little bit of wiggle room there. That's all there is to designing a floor plan and adding units to the walls.